Water?
Check.
Snacks?
Check.
Sunscreen?
Check.
Charger?
Check.
TCG?
Check.
3DS?
And check.
Let's go.
We all live in a Pokemon world.
Welcome back, Pokemon Trainers. Professor Chaz here. The lab coat's on back order, and even if it wasn't, if I did have it, I would not be wearing it today. It is a very hot day here in the real world of non-Pokemon, because today is a perfect day to start off the Summer Solstice event. I'm going to probably get tongue-tied over that a little bit for the video here. Anyway, it is the Summer Solstice event in Pokemon GO, in which a lot of Fire-type and Ice-type Pokemon are going to be appearing a lot more frequently. That being said, checking the nearby, we don't see any. Reason is, of course, it doesn't start till later on today for myself. I have limited time to record for the day, so I'm going to do some recording probably later tonight, see if I can find any rare species. The reason I'm recording this is, well, for one reason, it's one of the few videos I think that I can provide on the channel with my computer being as underpowered as it is. The recordings of my camera phones don't seem to have any problem with, like lag or anything like that, video drop, audio desyncing, stuff like that. So I can provide footage of things such as Pokemon GO. So that's why I'm recording this right now, but also because I want to see if I can find any rare species, because even though it's a fire and ice event, and the fact that it's been said by somebody from Niantic that this summer is going to be a legendary time in Pokemon GO, I have a feeling we're going to see some legendary Pokemon. You know, fire-type, ice-type. You know that sounds like Moltres and Articuno, right? Now, of course, they didn't mention it's an electric-type event, which I don't think it's going to be, but they slipped in a shiny Magikarp for the water event without telling anybody. If they do drop the legendaries in this fire and ice event, I could easily see them dropping Zapdos in here as well. So who knows, maybe we'll be lucky, find a legendary if they are in the game. If not, no big deal. Hopefully I can find some kind of rare species, fire types and ice types. I still have never found myself a wild Lapras, so I might luck out and find one of those. Anyway, for the time being, what I'm going to do is try to do as much as I can to get, well, items and stuff. I got to heal my team up a little bit. Check the max potions. You see, I'm only going to heal 3 of them. But my options for coins today are limited to a number of high-level Team Valor gyms. For the past little while, they haven't really been that active, but they are back in full force, as are some Chinchou. They're not Ice-type, they're not Fire-type, but they are Stardust to power up my Pokemon. Now, just to give you a little brief update on how things are going, you'll see that I have a Machamp now. I did get him evolved up finally. He is ready to roar. He has, well, he still needs only 1900 to power up. He's at 1340 CP. In fact, he's due for a power-up right now. Let's see how much we can get him up to. 1381, and he does still only need, oh, he actually needs 2200 Stardust now, so he is good to take a break for the time being. I've also got another Pokemon I'm powering up, if I can show you in my collection here. That's the Pokedex. Let's open up my Pokemon, actually. Another one I'm working on that I need to get a bunch more candy for is good old Guar, the new Primate. And he could possibly be my Blissey Buster. He has low kick and low sweep for his attacks. Both fighting type, of course, super effective on Blissey. So who knows? He could be a good powerhouse once I get him powered up. Puckers, why are you invisible? Not sure what's going on there. Anyway, what I'm going to probably do for this particular event is I'm going to not record every single little thing along the way, or rather I will, but not edit those in, because if nothing really major happens in the video, you guys don't need to see that. If anything major does happen, such as legendary encounter, perhaps, I'll show you that footage, and any other rare Pokemon that we encounter in the area once the Fire and Ice event does begin, I'll show you that as well. For the time being, I'm just going to wander around, heal up the team, see if I can take over one of these gyms for at least 10 coins for the day, so I'll check back in a little while. I just figured while it's in port, and I have the moment, I might as well show you this. Here in my hometown, St. John, we get a lot of cruise ships in during the summertime. And as I said, this is one of the better days here, so we do have a very large cruise ship in port. Pretty cool to see. Always brings a lot of people into the area, a lot of tourists checking things out, checking out some of our highlights. In fact, one of those highlights I do want to talk about in just a moment. Let's get one last look at this boat here, though. Wouldn't it be cool to go on a cruise like that? Just like, I don't even know how long they last, like a week or something like that, but just cruising around, checking out all the different towns that you stop at. Very cool. Now, I had shown you the people statue before, and I gave you a brief little, I guess, description of it from what I knew. Turns out there's an actual plaque to describe it inside Market Square. Let's go check that out. Completely honest, I didn't know this was in here. But let's see, the 1984 Market Square timepiece. Timepiece is a clock tower with a difference. There's no face and no hands. Instead, the serpent and the four figures above it rotates once every 6 hours. The tail points to the numerals. All the carvings are related in some way to man's involvement with time. The serpent grasping its tail is a symbol of eternity. The group at the top of the column is passing time. Maybe that's why the skeleton's up at the top. Materials. The structure and carvings are of Honduras mahogany. The sealant is epoxy. The bench and structure are stained. The carvings are painted with acrylics, and the gilding is gold leaf. An AC synchronous electric motor drives the clock's mechanism. So, here's what I didn't know. It's an actual clock. Interesting. I'm learning things today, folks. John Hooper of Hampton designed and carved the timepiece. The clock mechanism and wood construction is the work of Jack Massey of Darling's Island. Kathy Hooper was color consultant and assistant. A couple of quotes down here too. That's what they say. Time present and time past are both perhaps present in time future. That blows my mind, trying to figure that out. The work was commissioned by the Rocca Group as a tribute to the men and women who built Market Square. Very cool. All based around the people statue you can see right out there with the glaring sun coming down. So as you can obviously see, it is now nighttime of day 1 of the summer solstice event here in Pokemon Go. Essentially, my goal right now is to replenish the items because let's take a look at how we're doing for healing items. A little bit on the low side. I did manage to take over a gym today. It was now here's the thing, a level 7 Valor gym. I put in a lot of effort, a lot of items to take that gym down. On the very last battle, with only a few Pokemon left to claim the gym, someone from Team Mystic joined in to help me out. Now, I think what their goal was to try to snipe the gym from me before I could claim the coins. Now, at least I got my coins. I did immediately, like 30 seconds later, lose the gym, but I got my coins, so that's okay. But if we take a look back up there, it's become a pretty hefty stronghold for Team Instinct, up to level 7. Of course, the vanguard of our team there is a CP 1001 Vaporeon, so not much to call right home about. But I think what I'll do, since I still have 14.5 hours until I can get my next coins, I'm going to wait until tomorrow. I got to come up here and do some more item harvesting, because we're a little bit lower on the healing items, as I said. My Pokemon could use some healing, but I'm going to wait till I get home with all of my items and see the best way to heal them all up, and we'll go from there. Now, one thing I forgot to mention is I'm looking for, of course, some Pokemon I don't yet have in the team, one of which is Houndour. So I'm going to go make that capture. There's going to be a few Pokemon that I'm going to probably wait on before choosing which one's going to be the main Pokemon of the team. Because, for example, let's take a look at some of our recent captures. It's already on recent. I'm finding a bunch of Cyndaquil. So what I'm probably going to do, instead of waiting until I have 5 Cyndaquil and choosing one of the best, I might wait until the event is completely over. And with all the Cyndaquil I have collected at that point, choose which of those is the best. Because usually, like I say, I wait till I get the 5th one, and I don't know, I might kind of stick to the pattern I've been doing. We'll see how things play out. But for the time being, I'm going to continue searching for some items, just harvesting up the healing items, maybe get some more Pokeballs, see if I can capture any special Fire-type Pokemon, and I'll show you, well, if anything rare appears, I'll show you that capture, but if not, I'll check back in afterwards, and we'll take a look at the Pokemon I've collected on night 1 of Adventure Week, because the Fire and Ice event has officially begun. So as you can see, I'm currently once again in the uptown area of my city. I'm going to see what I can do to go some other places this time, because I found out, of course, with the last Adventure Week, the Rock event, usually when you're close to the water, like the boardwalk down here, water types are still going to be pretty prevalent. So I want to see what I can do to maximize my Fire and Ice type, appearances for wild Pokemon. Because here's what I'm thinking. Now, I think I might have already mentioned this, but if not, I'll reiterate. With it being a Fire and Ice event, I'm thinking there might be certain types of birds appearing secretly. Now, I'm thinking, of course, Articuno and Moltres. So, what about poor Zapdos? Well, I'm thinking if they do put the birds in this update, it kind of would go along with how they didn't announce Shiny Magikarp was going to be in the water event, yet there it was. So they could have snuck, I guess, the legendary birds into this update. Who knows? It could happen. But I'm also thinking, everyone's hung up on the birds. When are the birds going to appear? When are legendaries finally going to arrive in Pokemon Go? With this being a Fire and Ice event, what if, similar to the Shiny Magikarp, they sneak one special Pokemon in? What if it's Entei? Entei is the only Fire type, or I should say Fire or Ice type, of the 3 legendary beasts in the Johto region, the Gen 2 update. Entei could be possibly somewhere in the game. If it or any of the birds have appeared in Pokemon GO for the Summer Solstice event, you better believe I'm going to see if I can capture them, at least find them on camera. Otherwise, I'll have to wait and see what happens. Now, something else I want to mention too, I guess I'll just walk up this way and grab my Pokestop. Some people, way back when, I think over the winter time, were theorizing on how the legendary birds might first appear. As we know, each of the teams is sort of mascotted, I guess, by one of the legendary birds. Of course, Team Instinct, we got Zapdos. Now, someone, I remember at one point, they announced a theory, and I think some people thought it was official from Niantic, but I don't think it was. I remember seeing it as a what-if kind of a theory. You know what? One second. Let's make this capture here. I forgot to mention that for the event, captures, or rather, the better throws for Pokeballs, you get some better bonuses for experience. Let's see if... Oh, it's not going to be a good throw. It's supposed to say nice, or great, or excellent. Great, I have another chance. Alright, do I want to use... Up there? No, I think we'll just go with the regular. See if we can get a nice... Well, I can miss that. Come on now, Swinub. Remember when Gen 2 first happened, you gave me a problem. So that was a great throw. Let's see if we make the capture and get an experience point bonus. Alright, so the idea here, if you get a nice, great, or excellent throw, you gain experience points extra. Let's wait and see if that happens. As I talk about what I was going to talk about. So, they're saying that it might be a thing where you go to a gym of your team, and the team leader shows up, and I think they theorize you would get a special item, which would make the legendary bird of your team appear, and they have a chance to capture it. So like I said, I don't think that was official. I'm pretty sure it wasn't. Great throw. 150 experience points. A nice little boost there. Yeah, so I don't think that was official, but it'll be interesting if the upcoming disabling of gyms on the 16th, which is 3 days from today that I'm filming this, it'll be interesting if that has something to do with potentially having the teams and the leaders talk about how to get legendary birds. We'll wait and see what happens with that, and, you know, of course I'll record what I can to show you that, and we'll just go from there. What is your appraisal, Swinub? Room for improvement? Of course, everything I capture on camera is room for improvement. Anyway, let's continue harvesting up some items, and see if anything else rare appears before I have to catch my bus home in 15 minutes before I can come back tomorrow for another little bit of item collection. And here we have our good old friend, Charmander. Now, of course, we already have Blaze the Charizard on the team. We've been using him quite a bit in our gym battles, but I can use more candy to power him up eventually, so let's go ahead and snag this Charmander. I do want to point out, too, how I love the fact that we're at the point of the season where, you can see, I don't need to wear a jacket at night. It is so cool, not cool exactly, but it's so warm, yet so cool, to be able to walk around at night and not be freezing, because usually this part of, well, I shouldn't say this part of Canada. I mean, you know, Canada, even further north, is way colder than here. But we get our fair share of cold evenings, especially here in my area, because we're like right on the, not quite the ocean exactly, but pretty much the ocean. We get a lot of cold ocean breezes coming up as this Charmander decides, I'm not going to stay in the ball. I'm on camera. I'm putting up a show for the people. You know what? So all my Charmanders stay in the ball. Thank you. Just going to know how to talk to it. So another batch of candy. I do want to, hopefully, get enough Pinap berries to get a lot of extra candy, because I'm only at 25, you can see, for Charmander here. If I can use some Pinap berries to gain some extra Pokemon candies for powering up some of my Pokemon, that would be great. If I could also go into the items and show you my Pinap berries, that would be great too. I've only got 14. That's why I do want to do some item harvesting, either for the rest of tonight. I got only a few minutes till my bus shows up, but I also want to do some harvesting tomorrow. Also keep the Pokeballs nice and supplied, as well as the healing items, which I'll be using a bunch of tonight. See if I can get the team back up and running for some gym takeovers and prestige boosting tomorrow. Let's continue our hunt before that bus shows up. However, interestingly enough, a Mareep has appeared in the wild. I've only ever seen one, I think, was in my area. It was on the nearby that I couldn't quite get to. I've only ever hatched one, and I know my cousin Mike was having trouble finding them himself. He was hoping desperately to hatch several from his 10-kilometer eggs. Could this be an indicator that maybe electric Pokemon are more common for this event as well? It is possible. Let's go see if we can snag that Mareep before the end of the day for today. I'm ever so slightly risking missing my bus for this, but we got to get this Mareep while we can. Like I said, we're close enough. Let's make this capture as fast as possible. We do not yet have a Mareep in our collection as far as a team member, so this is going to be an important catch if we can make it. Come on, don't attack. There we go. Great throw. Can we gain some extra experience for this capture, maybe? Not just yet. Breaks out. We do need to invest a raspberry in you. We gotta make this capture before that bus shows up. I've got stop attacking. Mere moments to get out of here. Boy, this thing's really feisty. Maybe it has good IVs. You know what? That's not the case. I found a lot of Pokemon that put up a good fight. Sometimes they're pretty bad stats. But we make the capture. Mareep has been added. Let's quickly get it appraised and see what we're working with for this particular Mareep. Room for improvement. But it's our second Mareep added to the team, if nothing else. Let's get out of here for the night. So we're now back in my neck of the woods, and not much in the nearby area. There's a Houndour somewhere around here. But if we take a look at our recent captures, starting with, let's go for the earliest ones that we caught. Some basic stuff, but it led off with a Houndour, a couple Cyndaquil, Charmander, of course, we saw there. Some basic Rattata and Pidgey tossed in just for added measure, but we do have a lot of fire types and potential ice types. I say potential because, of course, Shelder, it's a water type. Why is it so prominent now? Well, that is because, of course, Shelder evolves into Cloyster, which is a water and ice type, and much like back during the Adventure Week event for rock types, Slugma was very popular. Even though it is not a rock type, it evolves into a rock type. That's why we see that. So, one of the goals that I'm hoping to achieve is capturing a Lapras, because that is an ice type I have not yet even seen in the wild. Hopefully, I'll be able to snag myself a Lapras at some point, but this isn't going to be one of those things where it's like, Tyranitar, I must find a wild Tyranitar for you folks during Adventure Week. And I get all downtrodden when it doesn't happen, and especially this goes along with the legendary birds as well. I know they're probably not in the game, but if they are, I'm going to do my best to find them, track them down, and capture them for you guys. But if I don't find them, no big deal. I kind of suspect they're not even yet in the game anyhow, even though Niantic guy did say it was going to be a legendary summer. But, that being said, I think it's time to call it a day for day one, basically half day one, of the summer solstice. As you'll see here, I'm currently walking Guar the Primate, and if I do the little face glitch thing, you'll see he's had a long day. He's kind of tired. Look, he's yawning, he's stretching, he's ready for a nap tonight. We're going to call it a day for today and come back tomorrow refreshed and looking for items to continue bolstering up our healing items. Use whatever we need to tonight to get the team nice and restored, because as you can see, I haven't yet healed anybody. A few of them could use a bit of a heal, so we're going to do that for the evening, and we'll come back bright and early tomorrow, see if we can get some more rare encounters in the Uptown area, but I might try to go some other places as well, as I said. Try to widen my search parameters for fire and ice type Pokemon for the summer solstice. Now into day 2 of the summer solstice event, and admittedly, you can call me Reggie Gigas today because I'm off to a slow start. I was expecting to be out a lot sooner than this to start gathering up items. As such, I wasn't able to do that just yet. Now, fortunate thing is, most of my Pokemon are healed up. I just need to heal Korok right now. And if we have a Team Instinct gym uptown waiting to be powered up, I can go ahead and possibly power it up with minimal items required and get myself some coins for the day. Before I do any of that, though, I'm going to go and check out another spot in town, try to avoid the boardwalk area to try and maximize my fire and ice-type Pokemon appearances. So there might also be a gym out there in that area that I can claim. So nope. I'm here at the University of New Brunswick campus, and I thought, let's just see if there's a chance for me to get a nice, easy Instinct gym. Turns out Team Mystic owns this gym for the time being. But if I take a look at it, it's only level 3, and their strongest is only a 2300 Rhydon. I can easily take this gym and get my coins for the day. I do want to claim the coins as soon as possible right now because tomorrow, 3 hours earlier, I'll be able to get coins again. Tomorrow is the 15th. I think I was wrong when I said 14th was yesterday. It is today. But anyway, tomorrow's the 15th. I can get coins at around 11 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. On the 16th, when the day the gyms are supposed to be taken down, if it's happening later in the day, I could possibly squeeze 10 more coins out before those gyms get taken down, and everyone gets their Pokemon sent back to them, and gyms will be disabled for a little bit. So what I'm going to do here, take over this gym, I'll show you a nice little battle montage, and I'm going to do a quick lap around, get some items while I'm out here, see if anything special does pop up. If not, I'll check back with you as I go on an item hunt, and possibly some rare Pokemon back in the Uptown area. So check out this battle montage. throwing the ball back. I didn't even pay attention to the CP. But we finally have one of you, CP 1670. What are your stats like? Pretty decent. How do you like it? It sounds like Asher from the anime. Alright, with that capture, I'm going to try to grab a few more Pokemon. Grab my camera. And try to make that bus. Well, hey there, Professor.
Yes, Billy, what is it?
What would you say is an important part of being a Pokemon trainer?
Oh, I'd say good move sets for your Pokemon. I would say good EV training for their stats. And most definitely trusting your gut instinct in the heat of battle.
Would you say charging up your portable devices is pretty important too?
Why, yes, why do you ask?
Why did you run out of face cam searching for that Lapras? Yes, folks, I forgot to charge my phone the other night after the first half day of course, the, what is it called? Summer Solstice event. So, you didn't get to see my face cam as I caught the Lapras, but at least you saw the Lapras capture. So, at this point, I am low on the items. Pokeballs have bottomed out to less than 20. Generally, when I go less than 20 Pokeballs, Who messed up that bench? What the heck? I'll fix that in a second. Anyways, when I drop down below 20 Pokeballs, I tend to not capture anything unless it's a new species that I need to get, or if I'm desperate for certain candies. So what I'm going to do for the next little bit, is there anything amazing in the area? Charmander, but I already have a Charizard, so do I really need that? Not really. What I'm going to do is try to stock up the items and come back tomorrow, try to get the items up, or try to get the Pokeballs up over 100. I'm also going to see if I can get some healing items to get rid of the damage on the team here. See if I can get everyone back to Fighting Spirit for tomorrow at 11 in the morning, which is when I can claim my next reward for taking over some gyms. So I might just check back in with you when I'm back home on my side of town, show you what the current collection looks like from today's harvest of wild Pokemon, fire types and ice types, and hopefully I can find some good items to heal up. So I'll check back in with you in just a moment. And that was Professor Chaz bringing you the Furret is a Big Stupid Jerk montage. Yeah, I saw a possibility for some some easy Stardust, 300 Stardust from an evolved Pokemon. Furret decided to drain most of my Pokeballs out of my collection. However, I did do a little bit more walking around before heading home. I'm at 26 Pokeballs. The healing items, the game was trolling me, wasn't giving me any super potions I was looking for, but you know what? Heck with it. I got 61 max potions. We're getting the team back up to full. Korok, Sprout, Slayer, you can all take a max potion. It's a bit over 50. So, as I say, the next thing that I'm planning to do is, well, tonight I'm going to be doing something, but tomorrow I'll be going back uptown, see if I can boost up the items a little bit more. I'm going to see if I can possibly get 2 gyms tomorrow, because if I can get gyms on the 16th before the gyms get disabled, if I can get 3 gyms, I can get 150, hi Cyndaquil, 150 coins total, which is enough for another incubator, which I'm looking to save up my coins for, and hopefully I'm going to be able to get one of those. For the rest of tonight, I've got a lot of Stardust saved up. You can see there I got 6790 Stardust, so I got a lot of powering up to do. quick little recap. I did get a few Hound Hour before leaving the Uptown area. So you got a lot of Cyndaquil throughout the day, some more fire types, Growlithe, Charmander, there's that Lapras that we got. Vulpix, some ice types in here as well, so I got a lot of new Pokemon here. I'm going to go through the collection tonight and send away the things that I don't need to keep. I'll be keeping all the Cyndaquil and Hound Hour to make sure I choose the best one at the end of the event. But, as I say, for the rest of tonight, I'm going to start powering up the Pokemon currently in the team that can use some powering up. The one I'm currently working with is the one I'm walking. It is Guar, our Primate. Let's power him up. We have enough candy for one power-up. Going up by another 29 points, so he's not powering up essentially, super crazy, but if I can get him powered up to a decent level eventually, he's got a couple of fighting type hits, which could do some good damage to a Blissey or two. Now, next one I'm going to power up until I can get more candy for Guar. We're working on Carmine, our Electrode. So we're going to go ahead and power Carmine up here, going up to a massive 26, and going up, 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 not coming back down. Where are you at, Carmine? Come on back, buddy. You're just gone, eh? Alright, Carmine's going to sit the rest of the day out, apparently. But we'll be back tomorrow with some more item harvesting and possibly another Lapras, maybe? If nothing else, if I don't get any legendaries in this event, which, as I say, they probably don't even exist in this event, we did get a Lapras. Why am I still on the Carmine blank screen? Let's get out of here. But if nothing else, that is a cool capture, but I want to get 4 more to at least choose one of them to be the best one. The one I currently have might be the one that I choose. If I get 4 more, we'll have to see what happens. But all that being said, I'm rambling. Let's wait and see what tomorrow brings, item-wise. Well, it's now the morning of day 3. We've got a little bit of sprinkling going on here. Nothing too bad. Clouds don't seem too terribly, overridden with rain, so it should just be a little bit of a sun shower. And let's see what we're working with in the Uptown area. There's already an instant gym. Now, this could be a possibility of me getting 2 gyms today. I could take that one down. It's only a level 2. I can get 2 gyms today. Now, how close am I on time? Still a half hour to go. So what I'm going to do for the first part is maybe grab some items, grab myself some breakfast, because I kind of ran out of the house before getting something to eat before coming up here. So I should probably eat first, and then we'll see if we can get some coins. If I can get 2 gyms today, and then 3 tomorrow, I can get that incubator before the gyms get disabled. Maybe, if I can be quick enough on the 16th to get gyms before that happens. Anyway, I'll check back in with you as we claim some coins for the day, and possibly find some rare Pokemon along the way. Actually, wait, I was about to sign off. I realized this is the 7-day streak, our 7th day. Let's get a whole bunch of items right now. Got a Dragon Scale in there, I see. Plenty of Pokeballs, which I could definitely use. As I said last time, my goal is to get up to over 100 Pokeballs once again so I can start catching everything I see. Otherwise, I'm going to hang off and capture just new species. So the first bit of today is just item harvesting, unless something special happens. Now I'm signing off to get some breakfast. Alright, I'm all fueled up, just had some breakfast. Now, I'm trying to eat healthy-ish lately, but I can't resist bacon and eggs. That's the best kind of breakfast, at least my favorite kind of breakfast. And what I did was I powered up the gym, as you just saw, got Slayer put in there. I'm counting on the safety and numbers thing to keep her in there while I take over this gym, who has changed hands over to Team Valor, all there is a Flareon. So let's quickly take this down. Maybe the best one for this would probably be Marino. Why am I not close enough? It's right over here. Alright, let's step a little bit closer to make the game happy. Come on, open up, Jim. There we go. Alright, Marino is going to claim this gym for our team. They got the beaver fountain working overtime here. Not sure if you can hear me over the sound, but as I've learned, my audio recorder is actually pretty good at blocking out background noise. So, I think I should be able to get my 2 gyms, my 20 coins for the day, by easily taking this thing down. Look, we're almost on par with it, too. I can just take the embers. It's not going to do too much to us. We're going to power up our hydro pump nicely. Let's just launch that off. Can we get the knockout with 1 hit? Not quite. However, we can bring you down anyway. You're not a threat to us. Now, I saw it change hands from Team Mystic to a different Team Valor team member, and then suddenly it's now a different person. Oh, wait! We're not done yet. They powered it up a bit. Okay, then. Marino, you want to go back for round 2, buddy? I think you do. You took hardly any damage that time. Come on, let's do this. Now, every time I fight, though, that's taking time away from the City Market Gym, where I left Slayer. I think we'll be okay, though. At level, is it 7, I think I got it up to? In fact, when I was looking at it just now, I realized I should have powered it up a tiny little bit to get up to level 8, adding more prestige to our nice Team Instinct gym. But if this is quick enough, I can get my 20 coins. And funny thing about Flareon, on the way down here, as I was jogging from one gym to the other, I saw a wild Flareon. You don't often see wild evolve Eevee in the wild. So let's leave Rocksteady here. He's going to be beaten out in no time, I'm sure. But let's claim 2 gyms. Yes, alright. We're doing good. Next time I claim gyms is going to be 8:20-ish tomorrow morning. Would I be lucky enough to get 3? I don't know. Alright, but now that I've gotten my coins for the day, that's a major accomplishment. Next thing I'm going to do is, as I said, try to gather up items and restock my healing items. Wait, there's a Pikachu. We're going to get Pikachu. We need more Pikachu candy. But look at all the fire types, man. Now, of course, I said my next goal is to try and get a bunch of items. I'm not going to show that off because it's kind of boring stuff, but if a rare Pokemon like Pikachu happens to appear during my item gathering, I'll show you that on camera. Otherwise, I'll probably come back when I might check out a different part of town to see if, yeah, you're worthy of a Pinap Berry here. Female Pikachu. But if I can find another spot in town with a lot of spawns for Pokemon, I will see if I can keep my balance and not fall over. Yes! First ball. And show you some kind of rare encounters. I'm thinking of going back toward, I've heard that's my 7th streak, my first catch of the day. 3,010 experience points. We're up to 49 Pikachu candies. Awesome. But I might try to go back to the university to see if Lapras shows up again there. I probably wouldn't be that lucky. But what I'm going to do, head back towards all these Pokestops here, see if I can show you that wild Flareon. We should now be coming upon the Flareon in just a moment, as I cross the street towards our Loyalist house here in Uptown St. John. Make sure I'm safe from traffic. Okay, and looky there. There's Flareon. Just in time for the rain to seem to have stopped as well, and it's such a bright sunny day out here now. Very nice. So let's grab ourselves some decent items. Now, you know what? I at least want to show it off. Look at the Flareon. How often do you see an evolution in the wild like this, right? At 1832 at that. So I might not be able to make the capture, but let's try. Just because we're on camera, it is a fire ice event. How is that not an excellent throw? Really? Come on. Wait, wait, wait. I'll try one more. I'll use a berry. If we can't get the capture, I'm going to preserve what few Pokeballs I have remaining. Because we already have Flareon. We got Flamester. We just beat a Flareon. Flareon everywhere. Not bad. So we do get some boosted Stardust for that. Kind of making up for last night's Furret. Getting a lot of Stardust for minimal Pokeballs there. And how to get that much Stardust? Wait a minute. First of all, there's a wild Cloyster. Do we see an egg about to hatch? Because that kind of happens. You get a lot of Stardust as an egg hatches. Let's just stay on camera. Let's head down to see this Cloyster. See if we can get that egg to hatch along the way. Although I should be preserving the Pokeballs, I kinda can't resist the extra Stardust. I probably should, because this is where that Furret gave us trouble last time. But let's try Cloyster. I'm gonna have to hold the phone kind of weirdly to make sure I can get a good throw, because this one looks like it's at a bit of a distance too. At least we connected. Now, to stay in, it was like over 1,000 CP. Of course not. Again, we'll try one berry and then one Pokeball. Let's see if we can get the capture. It's only 1450. Calm down, Cloyster. How am I not getting excellent throws? I want the boosted experience. Dang it. We're gonna leave you be. Good game, Cloyster. Alright, let's head back towards this way. There's a Houndour. Look, I can't stop catching things. I need to preserve Pokeballs, but there's so many cool things to catch. And so many hot things to catch, too. Fire Ice, get it? Yeah, pretty good. Alright, let's get this Houndour. Shouldn't be anywhere near as troublesome as that Cloyster just proved to be. Or will it? Let's find out. Probably should have waited for a smaller circle to get a better throw, like greater excellent. But I'll take a nice boosted experience. Come on! What is happening? Now, I do have plenty of Houndour. I don't need you. If you want to join the team, you're welcome to do so. And the egg should be hatching any time after this, too. That's another thing I'm hoping to do today. See if I can hatch. Well, I've got a 2-kilometer egg waiting to hatch, or waiting to incubate. And I'm hoping to hatch that plus at least one more 5-kilometer egg. What are your stats like, Houndour? Room for improvement! Who would have guessed? So it looks like the egg isn't quite there just yet. I'm going to head down a little bit further and I'll show you the egg hatching on camera, see what we happen to get. And just a few seconds later, the egg is cracking open. Let's see what we can discover from our 5-kilometer to Smoochum. Fun fact, I have a max IV Smoochum as it is, so kind of don't need you. Let's just see what your stats are. Battle with the best, attack is the best. Alright, what I'm going to do is, like, I already have my own Jinx, right? I might keep these Smoochum for trading off to people when trading becomes a thing. And as the item harvesting continues, let's drop one of our other eggs, the 2-kilometer, into our only incubator until I can get 30 more coins, hopefully tomorrow, and get myself another 3-use incubator. So let's continue getting some items. And as I'm walking around randomly, I just realized I saw something last night that's kind of interesting. Spin around towards Harbor Station, our sports arena. The carnival's in town. I completely forgot that's going to be a thing this summer. Now, sadly, can't really afford to go there. It is free admission under the ground, so I might go down there just to show you what it looks like. I kind of like seeing it at night because they have a lot of the lights going on, of course, with the dark sky going, so I'll probably show you the daytime and evening look of the carnival. I'm not even sure if they're open yet officially. Doesn't look like there's a lot of action down there. But still, who doesn't love a carnival? Alright, we are fully charged up again. Well, 79%, but we were fully charged up again. I did manage to snag a good amount of items. I'm back over 100 Pokeballs now. I decided to come here to the east side of town, to the big mall out here, because a lot of Pokemon tend to appear in this mall on a regular basis, so who knows what we're going to find. I am going to start catching everything I see because, well, maybe not Venonat, but I'll start catching a bunch of things that I see because I do have plenty of Pokeballs to roll with. At this point, I do want to apologize for the audio quality up until this point, and possibly during this point and beyond this point, because I just now started doing some editing on the earlier footage of the Summer Solstice event, and as it turns out, the clip microphone that I've been using for my personal audio recording apparently wasn't recording right at all, so I had to use the phone audio, which probably has a bunch of wind sounds and stuff like that, with background noise and all that, so hopefully I can work with it. I haven't really checked it for quality just yet, but I'm now using my stick microphone. I'm hoping that's going to do the trick for the time being until I can get a new microphone. Of course, with the computer issues and waiting to get a new whole system to record other things like Pokemon TCG Online and the playthroughs and all that good stuff, I have to wait and see what my finances are going to be like to see if I can get a new personal microphone, clip-on microphone to replace that one. That being the case, hopefully this one's going to do the trick for the time being, and I'll be much more careful with this, make sure I don't bang it. Like, I don't know what would have happened to the other microphone, but it wasn't super expensive to begin with. I guess I got what I paid for. Anyway, all that being said, I'm going to start catching things out here, and if anything amazing happens, I will show you, but otherwise, I'll probably come back later on with a whole new slew of Pokemon to show you in my collection as I do some more running around in the Uptown area, where I tend to find a lot of good items and Pokemon, so stay tuned as we see what we see out here. Some of them clouds are looking kind of dark up there. I did hear some people saying that they're going to be getting some more, or we're going to be getting some more rain later today, but that remains to be seen if it's going to happen. Now, I did want to mention something. Did I hit my phone by accident? I think I did, but I think we're okay. Anyway, I bumped into my cousin Mike out here at the mall, and he pointed out something that I'm going to keep an eye on. He said, whenever an egg hatches, it seems like your lowest CP Pokemon gets taken out, because he noticed the total number of Pokemon did not increase when he had an egg hatch, and he's had a lot of low CP Ditto that he doesn't have as many of anymore, and he doesn't transfer them, he said, so he's just been noticing some Pokemon going missing. So what I'm going to do, I do have a screenshot of my lowest CP Pokemon. I've got 4 CP 10s, so next time we have an egg hatching, which is going to be kind of soon, I've got a 2-kilometer egg at 0.3, so by the end of today it should hatch. I'm going to take a look and see, did I lose any of my 10 CP Pokemon? And if so, hopefully that is some sort of a glitchy oversight that can be fixed in the next update. But it remains to be seen if it's going to happen or not. Hopefully not. We'll wait and see what happens. As for Pokemon I've caught out here, nothing too amazing. Again, mostly fire types. We have some potential ice types. We also did hatch a 5-kilometer egg off camera, a Kabuto. So we had a lot of good candy and Stardust for that. I'm at 11,000 Stardust. I can't wait to power things up tonight. It's going to be so cool getting them higher leveled. But for the rest of the time here, I'm going to see if I can catch anything else. If so, I'll show you that on camera. But if not, I'm heading back uptown to try to refuel some more of the items. You know what? Let's get a Ponyta capture on camera. Why not? We are here. Can we get a nice boosted... Nope. Nice boosted catch. We'll see with that throw. Oh, come on. I want boosted experience. One of the hopes that I had for this event was to try to hit level 33, but I highly doubt I'm going to do that, even with the boosted experience. I'm just too low for the time being. I'm okay with that. I'm not super concerned with trying to hit the higher levels anymore. I just kind of want to catch new Pokemon that I do not have yet. Wait a minute. It's not room for improvement. It's a decent Pokemon on camera. Alright, anyways, let's continue searching for some Pokemon on the east side. So the egg should be hatching any moment now, and as I'm walking around, I'm happy to see Team Valor's getting beaten out of the Aquatic Center. Because if we can keep that gym nice and low, and if Slayer can maintain her spot in the city market until tomorrow around 8 o'clock, I'm at 50% battery power. I'll be going home soon to charge up, heading home to charge up. But if she can maintain her spot in the city market, and if this gym is going to be nice and low level tomorrow, I can possibly claim those last 2 gyms I need to get the last 30 coins in order to get myself one final incubator before the gyms do go on hiatus, as they retool them and retweak them. Alright, what are you even at right now? You're only at a level 3. Someone's tearing that down pretty good. I'm hoping it's Team Instinct. I might want to drop a Pokemon in there immediately. We'll see. I do have only about 4 minutes till my bus shows up. Hi, Vulpix. I would normally catch you. I'm going to hold off on that because this egg should be hatching pretty soon. We're at 1.9. I took a screenshot of my current Pokemon count and my lowest CP Pokemon because the moment this hatches, I want to see for sure, am I going to lose one of them? Let's see if Mike's predictions are correct as we wait for the egg to hatch. So you know what I was thinking? This is being fire. Let's try that again. This being a fire and ice type event, wouldn't it be the perfect time for them to blow everyone's mind and put a Alolan Vulpix in the game? Of course, Vulpix is more common, being fire type. Alolan Vulpix is ice type. So I saw someone else, I think it was on the Facebook group for Pokemon, saying how, Alola forms would be amazing to have. Someone said, you do know we have to get through 7 generations just to get to the Alola forms, right? That ain't true. Because we never had Fairy type until Gen 6, yet Fairy type's already in Pokemon GO. So they could easily give us Alola forms right now. Alright, come on, Egg. That had to be 0.1 kilometer. What are you trying to pull here? Hatch already. Well, I'm going to head down towards the bus stop. See if we can get it to hatch along the way. Once it starts hatching, I'll come back and check in with you. So the moment of truth is upon us. Let's see what, first of all, we get out of this egg. And then we'll take a look and see, are Mike's predictions accurate? Speechu! Very cool. We'll check out your stats in a little bit. I'm at 6% battery. I want to make sure we get this checked out quickly. So we're at 298, and now my screen's going dark. I can't see. 298, Spinarak, Larvitar, Cyndaquil, Spinarak. Let's take a look at the screenshot I just took. Where is it at? at the very top. Screenshot right there. 298. We still got all 5 of the 10 CP Pokemon. I'm kind of curious about something else, but I gotta wait and go charge up the phone, and I'll check back in just a moment. So I'm charged up once again, back uptown. I want to now check and see. So since what Mike said about the Ditto disappearing might be a concern, I want to see. So I'm currently sitting at 297 Pokemon. I transferred away a Weedle after I evolved a Kakuna, and I thought, I don't want to switch things around too much, keep the numbers where they are, but I just want to take a look here. So, 297 of 300. I'm going to put our 2-kilometer egg in our incubator. Do we stay at 297, or does this count as a Pokemon? So, 297. Now, do we take a look at the CP and find, have we lost one of our 5 10s? No, we haven't. So, what I want to do next is, when I get another egg from the stops, because one of my missions tonight is to try to get as many healing items as possible, because tomorrow's going to be an interesting day of battling if I'm going to try to take over 2 gyms, and hopefully Slayer the Dragonite maintains her spot in the City Market Gym. If we get another egg, I want to see, does that increase our Pokemon number up to 298? Because if so, then we know the egg count goes up, or the Pokemon count goes up as the egg count increases. Now, let's take a look. Are there any amazing Pokemon? Nothing crazy, so what I'm going to do is aim to hit stops first before catching anything, and we'll go from there. It looks like this was under attack earlier, I think we noticed that on the video, and it's up to a Team Mystic Gym. Not terribly powerful, so that could be a target for tomorrow. But, like I said, for the time being, we're going to run around, get some items, and see as soon as we can get an egg, let's check out how the Pokemon numbers increase. Alright, so we're at this here Pokestop. Let's see, do we get an egg out of it? We do. Did we increase the Pokemon number by any chance? 298. Okay, so the Pokemon number does increase when you get an egg, which means I guess if you're at max Pokemon, which I am almost right now, then you couldn't get another egg, maybe? I guess that's how it works. This is pretty curious, though. I did want to find this out someday. Now I know the facts and the truth. So what we're going to do, as I walk around, I'm going to show you how I have so many here Pokemon. I didn't want to transfer any just yet. As I have, of course, as you're probably well aware, there's some traffic. Hopefully the other microphone's working okay for that, but we got a lot of fire types, a lot of ice type potentials. I'm going to go ahead and transfer the ones that I don't need, because I need to fill up some, or free up some space. I'm at 298 of my max 300, so I'll get rid of the ones that I do not need for the time being, and continue searching for some healing items, and if I do encounter any rare species, I will show you those captures as they happen. And as we come up for another Pokestop here, look at the way the clouds look tonight. It's always cool to see different formations of clouds. I know each of them has a different name, scientific data description and such, but darned if I know what they are, but it looks kind of cool. I like seeing like the yellow of the sunset mixed alongside the blue of the, well, blue skies up there. Now, is this a golden Magikarp, do you think? No, but we will get it for some extra candy, extra Stardust. I'm going to have so much fun powering things up. I've got, what was it, 13,000 Stardust. I can't wait to see how far Guar can get. I don't have enough candy to get him very far, but I can always power up Carmine if he wants to take a few power-ups and not hop away. Although, it's kind of funny, that is just what he does. That's the way the game is apparently programmed to do it. Room for improvement? Really? Sweet. Alright, let's grab this Poliwag. Since we're here, might as well, why not? It's not breaking out. It's not a great throw. I would have liked some extra bonus experience points, but oh well. It stays in. First throw. I think you're getting extra experience for the first throw catches, too. I hope, anyway. 150. I don't know what you normally get for those. What are your stats like? Room for improvement. Oh well. I just caught you. Why are you still here? This is interesting. Could it be a Ditto? Probably not. I don't think I've heard of Ditto posing as Poliwag. Let's make this capture anyway, see if anything amazing happens. A first throw catch. Kind of amazing. Alright, what are your stats looking like? Pretty decent. Alright, you're at least something. What I do like about this event, and the fact I've been doing a lot of walking today, a lot of my Pokemon species, I'm getting over 100 candy for each particular species. That's kind of my goal. I find when I'm starting to power Pokemon up, I'm running low on their candy, so I got to spend time walking them. But if I can get each of them up over 100 candies before doing a mass evolution spree like I've been doing, then I'm going to make sure to have a nice stockpile of candy in reserve when it comes time to power them up. Still going to be a little bit of, I guess, growing pains for the time being until I can get each species with 100 candies apiece, but I'll get there eventually. I'm a patient guy. I can do this. Alright, let's continue on the hunt for some Pokemon and some healing items. Well, from my current vantage point, I can see that the carnival does seem to be fired up tonight. Sadly, it's a little bit too late for me to go down there and show you up close. Plus, it isn't really that dark out right now. I could wait till later, but the thing is, let's take a look at how much I have walked today in my Rescue Walk app. 17.2 kilometers. I kind of want to go relax a little bit for the rest of the night, but tomorrow I can come back here later when it's going to be darker. I'll show off the carnival a little bit better, and I think what I'm going to do is, first of all, zoom out and focus back on myself. Because I want to let you know, I'm going to wait and do a second video for the Solstice event for Pokemon GO. I think I got enough footage for the first video, presumably if all the audio does work, which I think I can probably make it work, but that's behind the scenes stuff I'm going to worry about on my own. But, as I said, tomorrow is the ultimate challenge. Can I take 3 gyms at one time? I did do a little bit of powering up of our City Market gym. Not quite a bit. I got us up like another 2,000 points there. We are level 8 right now, though. So if Slayer can hang on long enough for me to go and get 2 more gyms tomorrow morning at 8:30, early in the morning. Not sure which gyms I want to go for. I'm thinking this one's kind of out of the way. It is a level 10 gym, but I got plenty of healing items. I shouldn't say plenty. I've got healing items. Is it plenty to do this? Maybe. I don't know. I'm kind of low on the max revives. But we'll see what we can do. I can try to take out the beaver fountain as well. And if this stays relatively low, if I can get the beaver fountain first, I can run down, claim this gym at the city or the aquatic center, and hopefully that'll be all we need for our coins for tomorrow. The last 30 coins we need for one final incubator before the gyms go on hiatus. Make sure I'm crossing the street carefully. Always look both ways, even when recording yourself for YouTube, everybody. But with that, I guess we're going to be done for today. I've done, as I said, a lot of walking. We got a lot of stuff accomplished. How are my eggs doing? I just hatched one. I didn't put another one in the incubator just yet. I'll do that later on. Plus, I've got so much Stardust to power these Pokemon up with. I'll do that off camera afterwards. 16,000 Stardust. So I got a lot of powering up to do tonight. And Guar, of course, is going to get a decent amount of that. With, how much candy do you have? 5. If I can get another one before we're home, he can have 3 power-ups tonight. Otherwise, we'll just go for 2. But I guess that's going to be it. So, I want to say thanks for watching today's episode of our Pokemon GO Adventures featuring the, is it the Summer Solstice or just the regular Solstice event? I don't even know. But whatever event this is, thanks for watching. Of course, if you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down below and leave any comments you want to leave on this video. If you're taking part in the Solstice event yourself, let me know how things are going for you. Have you found a lot of new Fire-type Pokemon? Has anyone out there found any legendaries? Kind of doubt it. But you never know. What if they decide to release one legendary out of nowhere, just in the middle of nowhere, and only a few people find it? Imagine how much Twitter would explode over that. Think of when the shiny Magikarp first appeared. We had a lot of people immediately tweeting about it all over the world. But as I say, that is it. So if you want to see some more videos on the channel, which are currently, much like the gyms soon to be, on hiatus until I can get a better system, feel free to check out the outro for some links to those videos, or just check out my channel. You can always subscribe as well for updates on when new videos go live. But for the time being, until we can get the new computer back at the headquarters, feel free to check out all the videos that are on the channel for the time being, such as the Yellow Randomized Nuzlocke, Pokemon TCG online videos, Pokemon GO series, of course, as well, and Wi-Fi battles, which I wanted to have up this past weekend or the weekend before. I don't know, I'm just rambling. But check out the channel for more Pokemon content from Professor Chaz. But with that, we're going to call it a night so I can go relax. Thanks for watching today's video, everybody. Professor Chaz is signing off, and as always, I'll catch you next time.